Hey, Weird War Weirdos, it's Brian again. And I'm gonna try to do another fucking live feed here. I'm having bad luck with this restream. So we'll see what happens. So tonight we're gonna talk about a new set of Weird War II that's coming down the pipe. And these guys are called Katharsis 46. And this is a Kickstarter right now. But these guys, their fucking shit looks awesome. Okay. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through their Kickstarter with you guys and just show kind of what they got coming down the pipe, what they got in their first wave of releases and whatnot. And if it's something that you're into, definitely give these guys some cash and some and plug them so you guys can make your Weird War Battlefield even fucking weirder and awesomer. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm not used to this tech here, so we're gonna swing this up to the full. It works. Okay. So what we got here, I guess this isn't it. I guess the other. Whoops, I fucked that up. Oh man, I'm telling you, cannot catch a break. Cannot catch a break. Yeah. Hey nerd, what's up, girl? I am trying to do the. Trying to do a split screen of a. I don't even know. Trying to do a split screen here to show off a. Let's see, select, drag to. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to show off that the Katharsis 46, but the tech is beyond me. I'm pushing buttons and I ain't fucking doing nothing. So fuck. Trying to share the screen, but it's not letting me share the damn screen. Let's see what we got here. I just had it and it vanished. That's right. And there's the. Can you see that? I doubt it. That's just on the other. Can you guys see that? I'm looking at a different screen. Can you guys even see that? It's probably just me yapping. I know it's got a bunch of awesome shit. If I could get the damn thing to work, I could show, I could show folks. Let's see here. I don't want to stop sharing. Where in the hell is it? Ah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Got it. Okay, guys. Now, can I just move through here? What the fuck? I can't. I can show you the screen here, but I can't move through it. Let's see here. Came down here. Does it change? Okay, I guess. Okay, I guess I see what I'm doing here. Maybe, kind of. Let's see what's happening here. It's just my face. What about now? Can you see that screen, nerd? The Katharsis 46 on the screen there. Again, my fucking prowess of internet. I'm like retarded when it comes to trying to do this stuff. There, can you see that Katharsis 46? If you're still here, okay, all right. So let's see if we can get this going. Okay, so I guess I got to swing over to the other screen to show it. But anyway, okay, guys. So what we got here is Katharsis 46. Okay, these are I now I want to say these guys. I believe there's two guys that are doing all this, and they were big Dust fans, right? So when Dust went, you know, became Dust, these guys decided to do their own thing and kind of push the Dust look, the like gritty, realistic, military hardware into the Weird World War II genre. I'm just gonna jump back here, just make sure it's so what we got here is if you go to it's the Kickstarter, just plug in Katharsis 46 and it'll take you to the screen and you can play this and see, their spiel. I don't really necessarily want to do that, but I just want to kind of go through with all they got going on. So let's see. So I guess here's the story. You can look at the story of it, whatnot. So what you get with the wave, the first wave you get, I believe you get, let's see here, for 25 pounds, I don't even know what that is, 25 euros, whatever that translates to, you get, this walker and that walker and that walker and the set for 40. Anyway, you guys can go to the see all 50. Yeah, so it's 50 euros for all three of the units, right? You got like a walking armored car, and you got a couple walking mechs. Okay, the first wave, and then they got and then there's a commercial pack if if you're gonna sell commercial line. What is this shit? All right, so we're gonna go through the vehicles because they're fucking sweet looking, and you can go look through go to the Kickstarter in particular. Guys, again, I'm sorry, I'm not a big tech guy, so if this isn't working, I apologize, but I'm gonna try to see if it's working here. Um, so let's see what we got. Okay, so the first vehicle they got here is the SDKFZ 405, the WANZ. WANZ, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure I don't know what that means in German. So if you know, let us know. I guess I could plug it in, but whatever. But this thing's fucking badass. Look at this thing. It's a pretty cool. It's like a light. I'd say it's armored car. You know, quality. It looks like maybe that might be a 50 on it. It almost looks like it's got a threaded it's got a bored out a barrel there. So that could even be maybe a recoilless rifle or some shit. I don't know, but it's not super big. I'd say no bigger than maybe a 50 on there. Looks like it's got a couple of machine guns, and this looks like more of like a patrol walker, a light scout walker, or something like that. So, but it's pretty sweet. And again, guys, this stuff has the feel of Palio's Dust. And I like the one thing I loved about Dust is first of all the scale. Real like a military feel to it, right? Got a realistic feel to it, right? So we got a couple different paint jobs here. It's pretty sweet. They say they don't have any games rules. That's all right. Hell, we're Weird World War II. Most Weird War weirdos modify their gaming anyway. So shit, rock and roll, right? Let's see. Oh, it could be a 20 mil. I don't know, man. It looks pretty big for a 20 mil. Maybe it's a 37, or hell, it could even be. Didn't the Germans make a? I want to say the biggest the Germans made wasn't it a 50? Didn't they have a 50 autocannon? Because I know they stuck those 50s on some of those anti-tank aircraft. Um, but I don't know. But yeah, it looks like I don't know. To me, it looks a little bit bigger than a 20 or a 37. But okay, let's jump back into it. Just making sure. I'll come back to the main screen and look at the conversation. So if you're watching, Condo, let's see what else we got. But so here it is, just in its naked form. Now I want to say that this allows, yes, okay, so here we go. So if we look at this, I don't know if can I zoom in here? I don't want to fuck with it, but it looks like it's got different turret adapters here. So we got that's definitely like a 75 or something. It looks like it's got a coax to it. It's like maybe a 20 coax right there. And again, sorry for it, guys. Again, I have to apologize for my tech compensate, but it's what it is. This looks like that might be a 50. Then here we got it's obviously a flak, or just, that's probably a dual 20 autocannons right there. Then here we got maybe some sort of plasma gun, or electro gun or something. Maybe this looks like right here, this looks like that might be a flamethrower. Got another small barrel, these are probably autocannons of some sort. Maybe we got some Tesla weaponry or something. But what you guys see right here around what I'm circling here, these are upgrades too. So these, looks like there's like machine guns, like different kinds of like little like machine guns. I know that some of the Dust German walkers, the heavy walkers, they've got like an under chin, like a dual LMG. So this looks like this, you can upgrade, flamethrowers or whatever it might be. So this thing has a lot of ability to be adapted. So that, which is awesome, because you being, us being the frugal gamers that we are, we want to, we want to get the most of, the biggest buck, best worth out of our buck. So yeah, it has the Kublitz Twin 30. Yeah, those things are badass. I mean, I know that Dust had on the Dust Heavy Walker APCs. You could do, that's what I use. I use the twin 30s. I don't use the 222s. The 222, yeah, 222s. Open top turret with a 20. That just seems stupid on a heavy walker. So yeah, I use the what is it, the cold blitz, like, lightning. I can't remember what that fucking meant. It used to be like Easter. Nah, my brain is fried. I just came home from work. I want to do a Weird War. I'm trying to get back to doing every Wednesday. Try to do a Weird War Wednesday. So I figured we'd go through all this stuff. So yeah, this is sweet. So let's jump back to it. And then again, they got different paint jobs for it. It's still the same walker, but then some different, layouts. There it is again. It's a great picture of it right there. And here we go. Here's some closer pictures. So like, yeah, so here it looks like we got a little wiener machine gun, little LMG probably, and that's cool. It's got the IR, the damn lights colored wrong, guys. If you guys are doing IR, it's blue. The lens is blue. So just a heads up. This could be a plasma cannon, plasma gun, laser gun. Shit, who knows? You can make it whatever you want it to be. So there you go. That's a pretty sweet little upgrade. Here we go. Here's another one. Looks like this is kind of like an open top. Maybe like this looks like more of like a recon. I don't know why it has a frame antenna on it. I mean, I know it looks cool, but it's kind of not needed. But whatever. It looks pretty sweet. I guess in addition to the WANs, you also get the Hertzer WANs or Stalker variant. This model is based on the original turret, is equipped with heavy weaponry and legs that lower the entire body. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, I didn't even think of that. Think of this, guys. So like, you've got so you've got the walker here, and I didn't even notice how these might move. You might be able to do pop-up attacks with these things. So just imagine your walkers behind behind even another vehicle, maybe even another walker or whatever, and then it can stand up, shoot over your vehicle, over the intervening terrain, and then come back down to a more squat stance. That's a cool fucking idea. I didn't even think of that, because when we see mostly walkers, we just see the movement of the legs. We don't really think about. Now in my rules, I mean, I usually overrule everything, but like certain walkers, light walkers, like two-legged walkers, got to brace themselves before they fire, because they're not very fucking balanced. They can be unbalanced easily, can be pushed over or whatever. But when you get to four-legged, it's a little bit more stable. But that's a great idea, to be able to lift up, kind of stand, shoot over something, and then come back down, or even just stick up like a recon, stick up, take a gander, and then go back down. That's a pretty cool idea. I didn't even think of that. See, the things you learn. That's a cool idea. Let's see what else it says. And then, okay, so then next we got the Yog Offer Hetzer WANs. So let's see what it says. It says second model is that the LAM for short. This was our first test exploring the universe. Yeah, so it's obviously like a tank hunter. It's similar to the Hetzer. So I'm thinking this big thing here is a laser. It's just my opinion. If this is, oh yeah, it does. It says Canon and laser variant. Okay, so here's the Canon variant, and here's the laser variant. Okay, so this big plasma looking thing, Canon looking thing, is actually a laser cannon. So there you go. So we're learning. We're learning together. That's pretty cool. Now again, that would be great. Like if you're a tank hunter or walker hunter, you know that pop-up attack would be fucking epic. Epic. In fact, I think that's something that needs to be addressed in Weird World War II in general. A mech design is that ability to stand erect and the ability to squat walk. So that might be some interesting rules. All right, then we got this bad boy. This is the Mobile Jaeger, the Mobile Hunter 46. So it looks like a general walker platform, probably single pilot. I wouldn't even talk about that. Let's run back up here real quick. Let's think how many. So this probably looks like a 2 or 3 crew member vehicle. Probably driver. You got the commander and then like a gunner. Could even be 4 because it's got dual. It's got double vision panels there. So you could have a driver, assistant driver / radio guy, and then maybe a couple guys in the turret or a single guy in the turret. Or because if these are autocannons, if this vehicle is using autocannons, you don't need a loader. You can have your tank commander could operate the autocannon and then just feed that autocannon ammo in there. And then the Hetzer looking one, that's probably like a that's probably like a 4-man crew. So basically just imagine it as a Hetzer with legs. So there you go. Okay, so back to the this guy, the LAM, the VK0245 Lamb. That's pretty cool looking. Just like a general single pilot walker. I'd say it looks light. Looks like a light walker. Doesn't look too heavy. I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty beefy. So I don't know. Let me run over here and check and see if there's anybody yapping. Hey, Walkabout, what's up? Good to see you, man. It's been a while. Oh, that's like yeah. So, Walkabout mentioned something. So, guys, my mini figure. That's it. My mini figures. They're having that 40% off. I put that coupon for Mr. K's shit. 40% off on everything on the My Mini Factory website because it's My Mini Factory itself. It's not the clients in it. It's the actual site itself. I guess they acquired Thingiverse or whatever the hell. I think they bought that. So I think this is like a celebration or something like that. So shit, 40% off. Fuck, hook it up. That's your time to get some awesome stuff. All right, let's jump back over to the site here. I like the look of this. It has a similar look to the dust. I want to say is it the Soviet ones? No, that actually looks like the German ones a little bit. But yeah, I think it looks good. It looks realistic. It looks like a realistic World War II design. So I'm down with that. So here we go. So so we got a single pilot right here. I don't know why they're putting anti-aircraft MG. So okay, okay, guys. So there's weird and there's really fucking weird. So if you got a single pilot vehicle, right, and it's got an anti-aircraft MG on the cupola, then that guy is never going to use that because he's got a fucking machine gun, like an autocannon heavy, machine gun thing here. So he's not going to not use this and then come expose himself to use this. So I don't know. It looks. Don't get me wrong. That fucking looks cool. It's got a hatch MG. Those are sweet. But the practical. And again, we play uber realistic. So there's a weapon system that's completely just it's exposing the crewmen to any kind of danger. So I wouldn't do that. I just knock that thing off and just give the guy some more ammo. Have triple ammo. That's another thing. So like the one thing I like about this, guys. So a lot of I have to admit, a lot of this game design. they don't think about the real, the real life, you know, you know, practicality of military weapons. So they just like, oh, it looks cool, so let's stick it on there. Well, I mean, you got this giant gun here. Well, it's gonna have to reload, right? And then you're gonna run out of ammo pretty goddamn quick. So, but this one, unlike a lot of other walkers, it's got some manipulating hands, so we can actually like pull out a magazine, reach wherever it might have reloads. Like maybe it's thighs right there. Those might be reloads, and you can jam that bad boy in there and rock and roll. I hate when it just shows like a walker. Dust was kind of like this too with the light German walkers. They had they had like the 37 millimeter autocannon on there, and then just had like a strip, of what maybe we'll say a dozen rounds in that magazine. Shit, it's got to reload it. You're gonna run out of that in the first volley. But no, I like this because it has these manipulator hands that can like reload ammo, and it looks like this might be maybe ammo, maybe different kinds of ammo. This is maybe AP, maybe this is some sort of incendiary or HE or something. That's kind of cool. I do like this walker. It's a sweet looking walker. And here's the naked version of it. Pretty sweet. And there it is with its armament. That's awesome, man. This is the light. I can't. Let's see what it says down here. The third model we've completed is the Madison, a light neck. Oh wait, that's the next thing. That's this one. Let me go back up here real quick and see what this thing says for this thing. This is the LAM first design. Updated version, larger, comes with new weaponry and offers more poses. This new version gets the name Mobile Jaeger 46. I do dig that. I dig it. It's pretty sweet. All right, let's go down. I'm gonna go check the messages real quick, and then we'll hit the American one real quick. All right. Oh, the infantry, these guys are badass. Oh yeah. Vampire Nazis, sweet. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's jump back into it. Okay, so the next walker is the third one they have is an American one called the Madison. It's a light mech. Um, all right, so here it is. So that's pretty sweet. That's like that's your general, nothing too flashy, kind of similar to a lot of different. This has kind of a K-47 design, a little bit, little rounded bodies. Again, it's the armament's pretty sweet. I mean, it's dual 50s. It looks like I don't know. That looks like maybe looks like maybe a close combat weapon. Not it doesn't look like. I don't know if those are I don't think those are rockets. I don't think those are rockets. I think those are just like spikes that they can. That's fucking sweet. You just come in there and punch someone to death. Just pow, take that. It's got a winch right there. It's got a coax MG right here. Got some lights. Looks pretty sweet. That's probably maybe a single operator walker, in my opinion. Usually, in practical design, most single piloted things are going to have some sort of either autocannons or machine guns because they just just can't. The crewman would be overloaded, overworked if he had to reload and all that shit. So that looks pretty sweet. Oh, look at this bad boy, the Jackson Hawk. Got an airborne one. You know, I don't know if I like the idea of um air maybe airdrop mechs are cool, just them like descending down, but not like flying over the battlefield. I mean, jumping maybe just kind of little jumps, but I don't know. I don't think that's very practical. But hell, whatever. But I got one beef, like always, fucking cockpit. I hate that shit. You don't put a cockpit on a tank, guys. You just don't do it. Just give them a vision slit right there and just make it all metal. I mean, I get it if this was like a flying thing that flies in the air constantly, is like engaging in aerial targets. Sure, let's get a cockpit. But all it would take is a sniper with an anti-tank rifle, and that whole platform is just sitting there with a dead pilot splattered on the inside. Hate that, guys. All you got, if anybody's watching this, that's a designer of military Weird World War II, get away from the canopies. They look like shit. They're just dumb. Just dumb. But it's a cool looking walker though. Got a manipulator arm here, hand, so he can pick up stuff, reload stuff. Looks like maybe a quad 50 in there, in that pylon there. Again, I don't have a problem with it just like being deployed, like descending down, and maybe some jumping, but flying. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think that. I'm not a big fan of that. I know that Dust originally in the Dust Coffin Box game, the Mickeys could leap. They could jump over squares and terrain and shit, which is okay, but I don't know. I don't think the Mickey should have been able to do that. It's kind of big. This is sweet. Here's the nude version of it. Yeah, it looks like that is like a close combat weapon. Looks pretty cool. Look at this guy. He's got dual 50s there. Maybe I don't know what I can't. That looks like maybe some sort of. That's a flamethrower arm right here, and I don't know what that is. Maybe it looks like a melt-a gun. To be honest with you. Here's just a different take of it. Yeah, that's like a close combat arm. Maybe it's like a pile driver. That'd be cool. Just kind of like a pneumatic hammer. Just that'd be pretty sweet. All right. So again, you guys swing over here. And they say that they're shooting for the 32 mm range, which is perfect. That's bolt action. That's Dust. That's all the Weird World War II. And then plus, guess what, guys? You don't need. Yeah, they're planning on to prepare versions optimized for 15 mil. Us being printers, we can just downsize that stuff. I know sometimes that loses detail or whatever, but that's awesome. Now we got some. Oh, here we go. So here's some like comparison shots here. So this is their WANs against a Dust Walker. Looks good. Good sizing there. Here's the Dust Power Armor German. So that's looking good. These walkers are pretty small. That's cool. You can sneak around better. All right, and they again their stretch goals and stuff. So okay, so this is the stuff that that is awesome. I mean, listen, I've always said if you got an outdated, vehicle platform, just stick a fucking flamethrower on it. This doesn't look like a flamethrower. This is a plasma gun. But I mean, that's what they do. I mean, if you got an outdated vehicle, just stick a vehicle and it's ready to rock. It's the king of the battlefield again. But this is pretty cool. So we got a pulsed plasma gun, is what it says on there. The Stewart/Rayman. That's pretty sweet. That looks cool. I love the artwork here. This looks like was it Karl Kopinski, who used to do the Dust stuff, the early Dust stuff, used to do the AT-47 stuff and some of the 40K stuff. Man, his artwork's badass. But whoever's doing this artwork is phenomenal. I dig it. You run over here to the marks and see if you guys are saying anything. Let's see. Up here. Garbage day. Yep. Get that trash out, man. Gotta get it out. Yeah, the pod looks fucking cool on that walker. Quad pod. That's sweet. See you, Wang. You hang in there, man. Hey, George. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, dude. We're just going over. We're just checking out some new toys that are they're in the pipe from the Weird World War II. But I do dig this. Let's see what it reads here. The Stuart Rayman. This model is especially one to show. Let's see here. Doesn't really say anything. Talks about 15 mm variants too. But again, we're printers. We can just downsize that shit. And then the next thing we got is the Panzer Grenadier, whatever that means. the Castanman. So we got another. Oh, this looks like armor. Look at the guy's head. Okay, so awesome, dumb. Again, if you're gonna have this power armored badass suit, this guy is encased. Don't forget the fucking head, man. That's perfect. That's all you got to do is stick a hatch and a vision slit, and you get, instead of a sniper killing this expensive badass thing, you got some actually, got a reason why it would be like that. That's good. Good, 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 good. Get away from those open helmeted. It looks cool. Don't get me wrong, guys. The whole Terminator. You know, Terminator Captain has his head hanging out. Shit, whatever. It looks cool and all, but it's dumb in actual design. But yeah, I like this one. Looks like it's got a dual LMG here. Like I can't quite tell if those are if that's a hand. We got some sort of autocannon, probably a 20. 220s here, 20 mils. Looks cool. Then we got the fire rail. Oh Jesus, look at hell to the yeah, look at that bad boy. That's awesome. The T-29 fire rail. So that's obviously a rail gun, I would think. That's awesome, dude. Look at that shit. That almost looks like what does that look like? I mean that definitely the was it the M109 or the shit M28? The big heavy I can't, man, my brain, sorry guys. It's the big post-war heavy armor tanks that didn't see any production. But that looks like that railgun looks badass. Look at that. It's kind of like the Dust, the dual 50s right there. You like those dual 50s, dude. You got those on a lot of your stuff. You got IR spotlight. That's awesome. It's showing the evolution of IR spotlights and viewing and targeting. So it's a cool design, but one thing you guys remember when you guys are playing or designing rules, IR is, it's passive. You don't have an imager, but when you have an IR imager, it's like a flashlight. So just be mindful if you're playing against enemies who have IR2. You guys are just shining spotlights at each other, and so it's easier to hit each other. So beware, beware. That's a cool ass looking vehicle. Then we got the Honeybird next. Ooh, look at this bad boy. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, is that a flyer? We're going a bit smaller this time. It's a VTOL. Oh, that's cool. I love it. Nothing says Weird War like a hover bike. You got that right, guys. That's pretty sweet. Look at that. Nice. Let me see if I can read it. The American forces operating overseas, the hostilities are well known for their fast and mobile style of fighting. That is especially emboldened in the doctrine of their airborne units. Light hover units like the hoverbird. That's pretty sweet. Look at that. Look at that. Holy cow. He's got quad 50s on that bad boy. Holy shit. Get a squad of these boys, run out of your ammo. Oh, hell, it's actually got dual. It's got dual, probably 30s or something right here. Okay, that's a little excessive. That's a lot of ammo right there. That's a lot of weight. It's a little nose heavy there, but it looks fucking awesome. Looks pretty cool. Very cool, dude. All right, then we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got the infantry here. So this is going to be the Grenadier 45s. So I guess the guy who designed this, artist J.K. Remo, worked on Trench Crusade, which, whatever. That's awesome. But yeah, check those bad boys out. Very cool. Those definitely have the Dust German look. The assault rifles look like the Dust. These look like Dust-ish. Look at this guy's guy. He's completely encased in some sort of imagery. That's pretty sweet. So these aren't power armor guys, but these are like armored troops. That's pretty sweet. Let's run over to the messages, see if anybody's got anything to say. All right, nerd, what you got going on, nerd? Let's see. Some Grenadiers. Oh yeah, the Grenadiers look fucking awesome, man. T-29, heck yeah. Those are, you know, I've actually seen those. There were two models that kind of came out at the same time, but they never really. I can't again. My brain is fried right now. But I've seen those. We've got a armor museum. We got the third armored regiment, and we got the first cavalry division down here in Fort Hood, and they got some badass, huge armor museums, right? And I want to say that one of the T-29s is there at the third armored regiments museum. They have that one there. Now I know that those are at Fort Knox. If you guys are close to Fort Knox, I want to say that they're there. But we have one of those down here, and I've seen it. And the fucking thing is, it is massive. It is massive. You thought an M60 tank was big. This thing is a beast. It is massive. Yeah, you have STLs of that, don't you, nerd? I want to say in your profile you have the T26. Yeah, the Honeybirds look sweet. Yeah, the T29, T30, and T34 are different guns. Yeah, same chassis, and I want to say turret, just different guns. But yeah, it's sweet. All right, but yeah, that infantry looks awesome. Then we got Steel Core Rangers. Hell yeah, bring it, Merca. Look at that. Those look sweet. Yeah, those look. You know, again, it has the dust feel. We got our Dust Rangers there. Look cool. Gas masks and imagery, and I like the idea of the enhanced optics. I think that's a that's an indication for tech and advanced tech is optics. And when you see that, anybody can put an armor plate on, breastplate or some shit. But when you start getting optics and whatever, that shows, in my opinion, it makes it look a little bit more weird war high tech. But these are the Steel Core Rangers. That looks pretty sweet. And then we got some of the more German infantry with the Panzerfaust 15. The Panzerfaust, I guess it's just that's 150. Okay, that's something different. But yeah, so we got some sort of Panzerfaust here. Actually, it looks like a Panzer Shrek, but I guess it's a. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. It looks like it looks reloadable, so it's some sort of RPG. Yeah, it's a reloadable. Looks more like I think they need to rename that, not a Panzerfaust, but a Panzer Shrek, or even like a grenade launcher or RPG in itself. But yeah, those are sweet. We got some more optics here. It's got a drum. That's kind of neat. I always thought drum magazines were cool. All right, then we got some more with heavy weapons. Oh, nice! Look at that. We got a Browning. We got a 30 cal. Looks like the what is it? The Striker. That tech sergeant Striker got some 30s off of. I want to say it was like what was it aircraft. I can't remember what aircraft it was. Rear firing 30s, and he kind of stuck a stock on it and put a handle on it, and there you go. You got a brand new LMG. But look at this bazooka. Holy shit, that's a beast. I'm digging it. And then we got the USA Boston Vultures. I don't know about these names. That's kind of weird. There we go. You got your airborne infantry. Again, that's some heavy fucking armor wearing for the looks like they got like it looks like they got some maybe some frames here to handle that landing. Because that's looks like a lot of weight on these bad boys. But it looks cool. I'm being picky. But whatever. This stuff does look badass though, I have to admit. These are the Boston Vultures. Again, I think that's a weird name. I think you can come up with something better than that. Talk to some of us Americans. We'll give you some cool names. Milwaukee Forkmeister. That's awesome. Look at that. It's a tractor, guys. That's cool. Let's see what it's got. Forkmeister, and now something special. So this is like okay. So this is like a civilian vehicle pressed in military service for whatever. Maybe like a forklift of some sort. I think that's what the fork master. I think that's what Forkmeister means. Milwaukee. That's pretty cool though. Looks like an old tractor. And future plans. Let's see what they got going on. Envision as a complete 32mm Weird World War II tabletop game. Both of us are huge fans of Dust, and we especially drawn to the idea of creating unique, eye-catching vehicles and mechs. The game rules are already well good. They're coming out with some game rules. I'm telling you, guys. I mean, yeah, come up with your own rules. You know, but I'm telling you, just concentrating on making some badass fucking badass models. Don't worry about the game rules. Shit, because you know what's going to happen. People are going to find this and they'll just modify. They'll just make it their own for whatever game system they use. So I wouldn't really worry about your game system per se, unless you want to. I mean, that's cool too. But again, I think a lot of people are already entrenched in certain systems, and I think you'd be just better off just really pounding the new designs and new weapon, new units, and come up with some new shit. That'd be cool. And then I guess this is they're going to come up with a Katharsis 86. So it's more modern. Yeah, those look like autocannons that you find on the Martyr or whatever, the new German IFVs. Not really my thing. Modern stuff. I don't really do modern. But again, here's some more of those. Not sure which ones were those. Oh yeah, those are just the. Not sure what those are. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's fucking tight right there. Look at that. Let me go look at the messages real quick and see where we're at. All right. US King Tigers, you got that right. Those are some big boys. Yeah, lots of well hell, you just gotta go to Nerd's Nerd. Go to her cult, pet it all. She got pretty much everything you need. Oh, very cool. Get it resin, man. I mean, I from what I've heard, the new FDM printers, they're getting really good. I mean, but I mean, I think but the resin ones are getting better too. So, um, again, I'm a resin guy, but I've seen some of these FDM stuff. It's pretty sweet. Boston's Buzzers. That'd be better. Or hell, the Boston Booze Fighters. Like the motorcycle game. All right, let's check out this bad boy. Look at this. The Dornair 217. It's dropping shit. It's dropping walkers. See that? So that's cool. I get on that idea because I know Dust had something similar. They had the Soviets they had the helicopters that would drop the walkers, and those jets were kind of used to soften the landing. I like this idea. You got an aircraft, got a mobile fucking aircraft carrier that's dropping mechs, a mech carrier. That's awesome. See them dropping out. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That's cool. I can't quite read this. It says the plane, the pilot. I can't read it. It's right here. It gives you a little synopsis of it. Now, this one, I believe this is their 1980s um, Walker. But again, hell, it's close enough to, you can make it a different, whatever. This might be an 80s version of like a single pilot mech. Block War. Okay, so here's some sort of like their like 15s or some other kind of like little game. Sphere Nation Core. If you're into the smaller, this looks like an all mech game. Reminds me of Military Madness a little bit. That was an old game for the TurboGrafx 16 back in the day, and they had kind of like armored soldiers and little mechs and little tanks and stuff. It's a pretty cool game. Very cool. Again, let's shoot some love to these guys. And Pasto Costo, aka Patrick. I'm gonna fuck up your name, dude. Wagers writer. Two long-term friends. That's cool. And creators who have been working together over the years. Our team, we complete each other perfectly. Well, that's good. You got some buddies making their dream come true. So hell, let's back them up. Let's help them out. And again, this is their, their plea, or their take on it all. But yeah, go. I guess if you want to say J.K. Remo, he's got a store. Guess he's one of the designers, and then here's their My Mini factory store too. So go check them out. And Block War, I guess, is their game. It looks like a 15 mil game, and then you got all the legal mumbo jumbo. But there you go, pretty sweet. I'm digging it. Hope you guys got a chance to take a look at all that stuff. Again, let me oh hell, I just go to the Kickstarter. It's called Katharsis 46. Just plugging in Kickstarter, and take a look at their plans, and the fun. Again, as Nerd said, the first three models, it's only €50. I don't know if that's pretty close to $50. So yeah, give it a go and check it out. Yeah, that fucking airplane carrier is fucking awesome. Mech carrier. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to have. Maybe if you're gaming 15 mil, you can get them at 15 mil, and actually have them on the battlefield. But most aircraft, even strafing aircraft, unless they're helicopters, I won't even model for 28 mil. 32 mil. It's just, they're too big, and they go too fast. They'll fly over the battlefield in like like a second. They're going so fast. So it's just like, whatever. But helicopters, on the other hand, we play with helicopters, and we don't play with them often because they're just too big, and then they're so fragile. They're so fragile. Unless you smoke the entire board, all it takes is an autocannon, and these helicopters with a platoon, not a platoon, but a squad of troops are just scenery on the battlefield. So yeah. Yeah, Nerd says you get all those for €50. That's pretty sweet. That's awesome. That's a lot of cool stuff for $50, guys. And again, don't forget, these are STLs, so you can just print the shit out of them. You can make platoons of these mechs. So make them bigger. If you want, if you're playing 135 scale, probably jink those things up to 135, and then if you're doing 15s, just fiddle with those controls, and there you go. You got some new 15 millimeter, playing with your Gear Krieg, or GHQ, Weird War II style. So GHQ, so pretty sweet. All right, well, I'm kind of running along in the tooth. Nerd, it is always a pleasure to see you, girl. I hope you and the fam are doing well, and that they're not overworking you too hard. I appreciate everybody that came by. Walkabout, thanks for swinging by. And we had George came by. George, awesome, prolific painter. George, if any of you guys that want links, just throw them up on the. If you guys have any links that you want to dish out, just put them in the comments. I have no problemo plugging you bad boys, girls. All right, guys. Well, I gotta go to bed. I'm gonna wake up. No work. Work. No respite for the poor. All right. Again, everybody that came by, I appreciate it. You guys go check out Katharsis 46. Give those guys some love, and if you dig their stuff, €50 / probably close to $50. You get those the first three, and then you'll energize their pocketbooks to make them keep going, and we'll get to see some of that other cool shit that they have planned. All right. And as the nerd says, you guys all keep it weird. Okay. And real quick before I run off, don't forget, swing over to Mr. K's stuff. He's got some brand new shit. He's got naval Weird War naval garrison troops, which is awesome. I sent a message to Mr. K some ideas myself today. We have a conversation now and again, me and Mr. K. Cool guy, busy guy, making lots of cool shit. I believe he's got some different designers, or he's going in a different direction if he does it himself. So the newer stuff that he's got is a lot more realistic looking. I like the old cartoony kind of comic book looking facey guys too, but the new stuff he's got coming out beats anything Warlord's making, guys. I mean, use their. I mean, if you guys are K-47 fans, that's great. I want Weird World War II to be as big as it can possibly be, but give a Mr. K a chance. His proxy stuff is blows Warlord stuff out of the water. All right, guys, we're doing this crazy mixed up world. People weird.